I'm Paulina Leiser, producer of Focus Today. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to check our other videos at theDove.us.
Welcome to Focus Today. I'm your host, Perry Atkinson. Well, you know, we've talked a lot about millennials, and are they interested in doing things for other people? Well, the good news is yes, of course. And today our guest is going to give us some good news and ways that perhaps even you can get involved. Joanne Otte is with us. She's a program director for Wheat Ridge, and we're going to have her explain what she does and how millennials are doing just that. Hi, Joanne. Good to see you.
Hi, good to see you too.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Where are we Skyping you in from? Where are you?
I'm in Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago, Illinois. Good. Well, nice to see you. Tell us about Wheat Ridge. What is it?
So Wheat Ridge Ministries' mission is Lutheran seeding ministries of health and hope in the name of the healing Christ. And we do that primarily through grants. We have 3 grant programs, one of which is designed specifically for young adults. But we also do that through other convenings and resources. We have webinars as well. So we are helping to provide resources and support for people who are starting new ministries.
Wow, good for you. All right, so how are you getting young people involved? And I understand they're pretty innovative, like yourself.
Thanks. Yeah, so our Burst Project Grant Program is specifically designed for young adults ages 20 to 35 who are starting new health and human care programs. So when we think about health and human care, we think about it pretty broadly. So that could be working with refugees and immigrants. It could be working in an after-school program. It could be working with ex-offenders. It could be a wide variety of things. And so the grants that we made just recently, we made 12 Burst grants just recently. And they really kind of run the gamut. We have some that are working with we have a new program that's a social enterprise. Michael Alden is doing a social enterprise where people who've come to the United States as refugees are learning skills, then to be able to become interpreters in the healthcare field. So it's providing them job skills and opportunities in this new country, and is also helping other people who are coming as refugees as well when they're coming to hospitals and other healthcare providers and need to speak with those people for important services. That's one example. But we've connected with people in a lot of different ways.
So the Burst Project grant goes to an individual, and that helps them to initiate their calling or their specific ministry.
So the grant dollars technically have to go to a nonprofit. So this one with Michael Alden and the Refugee Interpreter Services is going to Accentria, which is in New England. And Michael is the young adult who is running the program. So the Burst Project grants are both project-based and person-focused. So part of it is on the project and what people are trying to accomplish, and that's where the $5,000 goes towards helping them start up that new project. But we also have a strong professional development component in the sense that we have a convening each year for all of our young adult grantees to bring them together to share resources with each other and do networking, and we build our convening around their interests and needs in terms of professional development. So the workshops and all of the things we discuss are the things that they say they're most interested in learning and growing in. But we also do other things in terms of professional development and connecting people with opportunities like mentors, and even in our application stage of the grant process, we understand that young adults may not necessarily be grant writers or have written grants before, and so there's a lot more flexibility in terms of being able to do revisions and really talking through with young adults what we're looking for in a grant application and how they can improve it and make it more competitive.
Well, you got some really interesting organizations helping our people excel, sharpening your financial skills, sports night, wellness on Wheels program, etc. How do you raise the funds for the grants? Where does the money come from?
So Wheat Ridge Ministries is an interesting organization. We do have an endowment, but we also raise about 70% of the money that we use for programs each year, which is somewhat unusual in terms of typical foundations. So in that sense, we're not a typical foundation. We aren't only using the money from the endowment, the interest from the endowment, we're also raising 70% of the money that we give away each year.
Great.
So that money comes from congregations and individuals and, a variety of sources.
Oh, so they go to wheatridge.org to apply for a grant?
Yeah, so you can go to wheatridge.org, and if you click on grants, then you can see our 3 different grant programs, one of which is the Burst Project grants that I've been describing. And then all of the application materials are online there.
Some of these names are pretty interesting. What's Sports Night with Liz?
Yeah, so that's with the Hartville Migrant Ministry. And so this is in an area of Ohio where there have been a lot of migrant workers who come here each year. And the children of the migrant workers, and this is connected with some Lutheran churches, but also other Christian ministries who wanted to support the people when the migrant families are there. And so the sports night is about giving an opportunity for exercise and fitness for the kids. I think like in a lot of places in our country, kids are obese and don't have enough opportunity for exercise and running around. And so it's basically it's a camp where they are learning skills around sports, but also just having an opportunity for play and interaction. And they also do a Bible study as a reflection, Bible reflection as part of that as well.
All right, let's take a look at a couple of other ones. Caitlin McKinley, she got a Quiet Lounge for older adults with dementia. Wow.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one. So this is in a community where many people are struggling with dementia, and people have learned through research and over time that there are a lot of different ways of interacting with folks with dementia that can help them to be engaged and to be more, interactive. So folks who maybe would have just been sitting in a chair and not participating in activities, they created this, Caitlin has created this quiet lounge. And so basically it's a cart that has a lot of different tools on it. So it could be an iPod where the person can listen to music. They have puzzles, there's some aromatherapy types of things. So it's all these different options for people who typically haven't been engaged in kind of the group activities to help them to connect with themselves and with other people.
You know, it looks to me, Joanne, that part of Wheat Ridge connection is not only can they come to you for a grant for what they do, or at least apply, but you can connect them with other people who have received a grant in areas that they may feel led to be involved in.
Yeah, certainly. That's one of the things that's great about Wheat Ridge as a whole. I think a lot of what we do is not just giving people a grant or providing financial assistance, but is making those really important connections across sectors and across nonprofits and across ministries. I was having a phone call with a grantee recently, and we were talking about refugee services, and I was saying, you're an organization in Georgia doing something very similar to an organization in Ohio, and I'd love to be able to connect the two of you so you can talk more about the outcomes of your project and how to improve things for the refugees that you're serving. So that's true across our grant programs, but I think especially with the young adult ones, it's nice because we bring them together in person for the convening each year as well, so they can build relationships in person over that 2.5 days and stay in contact with each other.
You primarily seek out ministries and outreaches that primarily are led by millennials?
For the Burst grant, yes, they have to be, the person who is running the program has to be between the ages of 20 to 35.
Okay, all right.
To be eligible. Mm-hmm.
How's the response been?
Well, it's been, we've done some things this year that have really increased our proposals and applications. So we had a partnership with Lutheran Services in America, which is a larger organization that serves many Lutheran social service types of organizations all across the country. And so our partnership with Lutheran Services in America brought us many more applications this year so that people knew about our burst grants. That's one of the things that we want to encourage is we would love to get more applications. We'd love to be in touch with more young adults who are doing really interesting and innovative health and human care work in their community. And so we'd encourage you, I mean, this is a great opportunity as well for people to know about our burst grant program. But we traditionally kind of spread the word through congregations, through our own constituents, through other partners that we have. And so that's the primary way that we've gotten the word out. And so, yeah, I'm really grateful for this opportunity as well. So far, the program is very new in the sense that it's only been around for about 3 years. And previous to this year, we had made a total of about 17 grants. And then this year, we made 13 in total.
That's exciting. All right, so wheatridge.org. That's the main place to connect with you, wheatridge.org, right?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, thanks, Joanne. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be right back.